Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignlover.com. I have another video for you in my Midheaven series in which I explore some possible connections between style, persona, and midheaven placement. Today we are looking at the charismatic and fiery Leo. Before we get into the examples, let's just briefly go over what the midheaven represents. So the midheaven is the highest point in one's chart, and it symbolizes how the public sphere really receives one best, how the world likes to applaud and recognize you. This is not your private self, but more like your brand. In the fixed fire sign of Leo, which is ruled by the sun, this takes on a very vitalizing, expressive, and authoritative energy. This placement radiates continuously as a fixed sign, also ruled by the sun, with charisma, confidence, and life-affirming warmth. You'll see that many of these examples are of women who are the queens of their respective niches, and they have a very bold, eye-catching, but clear style to match. All right, our first example is of Nicole Kidman, who has a career that just keeps on giving. She has so much lasting power. Nicole plays very glamorous, elevated, sophisticated, and well-ornamented characters, and she has this very queenly, fiery energy that really allows her to command the screen. You can't help but look at her and want to follow her. You'll notice that she really shines in these glamorous but refined items like velvets, trailing capes of fabric, satin, silks, anything that's luxurious yet glamorous. And you'll notice also that no matter how ornamented her outfits or her jewelry is, it never really competes with her face. That is one of Leo's powers. We have Courtney Love, who is queen of her alternative rock scene, and she has always had a very commanding, fiery, confident presence, despite being quite vocal about her isolating childhood, which is signified by her Aquarius IC. She has spoken about how her therapist's mother made her feel like she had a walking hole in her, hence the name of her album. And you'll see that Courtney playfully mixes tiaras and kind of like princessy outfits into her looks, but she also rocks these animal prints and furs and very womanly dresses with a lot of regal ornamentation. So yeah, you see a lot of that queenly, regal, dignified look. Next, we have Grace Kelly, who is like a real-life princess. She married a real prince, and she was great at playing very affluent, elegant, and regal, queenly characters. Her costuming matched her beauty, and she could wear the most ornate necklace next to her face, but it could never, ever overshadow just how dignified and beautiful her face was. We have Janet Jackson, the queen of pop, and though she doesn't wear tiaras, she wears fedoras like a crown. I don't think any woman can pull off hats like she can. She also looks great in these crisp, kind of modern regal silhouettes, like a stand-up collar or like a moto jacket that's super fitted. Sequins, obviously, a lot of gold, a lot of glitter, a lot of blinding white. It just shimmers on her. Next, we have Katherine Hepburn, legendary, iconic. She played charismatic women who are strong and dominant, and she would not let herself be limited by societal expectations. She wanted to wear pants. She wore pants, and she rocked the pants, and she is like my favorite ever dramatic in the Kibbe system because she's just so iconic, athletic, amazing, talented, strong, opinionated, but so charismatic. I love her. Next up, we have Aretha Franklin, obviously musical legend, queen of soul. She is known for her commanding, charismatic vocals. And as you can see, she rocks these furs, glitters, sequins, boas, feathers, and still none of it overwhelms her or overpowers her. Many people, if they tried to wear this amount of like glamour, they would get overshadowed, but those with very strong, prominent Leo placements never get overshadowed. Next up, we have Jackie O, one of the most famous and stylish first women. Dignified, modern, commanding, regal, yet effortlessly so. I could go on and on about her style. I've done videos on her, but such an inspiration for wearing such crisp, decisive lines. So we have Debbie Harry, queen of the punk scene, and she has such a range of outfits to look at, but she really pulls off animal print and these like mandarin colors, great at sequins, glamorous 80s makeup worked really well on her. Big hair, big shimmer, big glitter. And even when she's wearing something a little bit more restrained, like here, that leonine energy still shines through with the hair and the regal collar. We have the beautiful Shaka Khan, Queen of Funk. Oh my god, she is amazing. If you haven't seen that Tiny Desk concert of hers, astounding. She looks great in animal prints, furs, boas, satins, glitter, sequins, jewels, and it never overwhelms her. It just enhances her and it makes you want to look at her more and more, especially her amazing smile. Next, we have Diane von Fenberg, the queen of the wrap dress. She made the DVF wrap dress, and her designs are elegant, vivacious, dignified, and infuse glamour into every occasion. She's great with these bold prints, sweeping, clear, dignified shapes. So much self-expression. Next, we have Lana Del Rey, queen of the romantic sad girls. She's had many different style eras, but I really appreciate the one where she kind of did that like Jackie O, first woman, very retro kind of vibe. And obviously she really, really pulls off this gorgeous shimmering cape, that big leonine hair, and this very regal fuzzy sweater. And lastly, we have Martha Stewart, queen of the domestic arts. She's been making videos and shows and telling you what to do, how to do it better for decades. And she can make like a puffer vest somehow look a little bit imposing, which is a talent in and of itself. Love her or hate her, she has staying power. She's a very dynamic, interesting, multifaceted lady. I find her fascinating. So Martha Stewart definitely knows best. And for the garments, I decided to just focus on specific items because I find that the Leo energy does best when it chooses one item to really showcase. When they start to do too many things, it ruins their concentration and their focus. And instead of getting one bright light, you get a lot of like diffuse rays going on, if that makes sense. So items to work around are like animal print coats, velvets, slinky, silky, shiny dresses, cadet jackets, really proud, dignified moto jackets and collars, sweeping, unified lines, and fur or faux fur coats. The bigger, the better. Alright, that was it for today's video. Let me know if you have Leo placements and how you feel about focusing your style energy. And I'll see you in the next video.